Good morning on this beautiful Wednesday. I hope you are well, and I hope your sleep went well. Today, we are continuing our reading through the Bible. We are in Deuteronomy chapter 18, and we're just reiterating the laws that were presented in Leviticus. And the awesome thing about this is once the laws of God are laid out, it's going to be much more easier to understand what happens after and why God conducts himself with Israel the way that he does. And so I'm really excited about that. So we're going to get started. Again, Deuteronomy chapter 18. And the first chapter is about the portion of the priest. The priest and the Levites and all the tribe of Levi shall have no part nor inheritance with Israel. They shall eat of the offering of the Lord made by fire and his inheritance. Therefore shall they have no inheritance among their brethren. The Lord is their inheritance, as he has said unto them. And this shall be the priest's due from the people, from them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be of ox or sheep, and they shall give unto the priest the shoulder, and the two cheeks, and the maw. The first fruit also of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thy oil, and thy first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give to him. For the Lord thy God has chosen him out of all thy tribes to stand to minister in the name of the Lord, him and his sons forever. And if a Levite come from any of thy gates out of Israel, where he sojourns, and come with all the desire of his mind unto the place which the Lord shall choose, then he shall minister in the name of the Lord his God, and all his brethren the Levites do, which stand there before the Lord. They shall have their portions to eat beside that which comes of the sale of his patrimony. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you any one that makes his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that use divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of times, and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God has not suffered thee to do so. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet, big P, from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken, according to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of the Lord thy God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, They have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth. And he shall speak unto them all that I command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, How shall we know the word which the Lord has not spoken? When a prophet speaks in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord has not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. When the Lord thy God cuts off the nations whose land the Lord thy God gives thee, and thou succeeds them and dwells in their cities and in their houses, thou shalt not separate thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee in the midst of the land, which the Lord thy God gives thee to possess it. Thou shalt prepare the way, and divide the coast of the land, which the Lord thy God gives thee to inherit, into 3 parts, that every slayer may flee there. And this is the case of the slayer which shall flee there, that he may live. Whosoever kills his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in time past. And when a man goes into the wood with his neighbor to hew wood, and his hand fetches a stroke with an axe to cut down a tree, and the hand slips from the helve and lights up his neighbor that he die, he shall flee unto one of those cities and live, lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer while his heart is hot and overtake him because the way is long and slay him, whereas he was not worthy to death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past. Wherefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee. And if the Lord thy God enlarge thy coast, as he has sworn unto thy fathers, and gives thee all the land which he promises to give unto thy fathers, if thou shalt not keep all the commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love the Lord thy God, and to walk ever in his ways, then thou shalt add 3 cities more for thee beside these 3, that innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God gives thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. But if any man hates his neighbor and lies in wait for him, and rise up against him and smite him morally that he die, and flees into one of these cities, then the elders of his city shall send and fetch him there, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood that he may die. Thine eye shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of the innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with thee. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord thy God gives thee to possess. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin in any sin that he sins. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or at the mouth of 3 witnesses shall the matter be established. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both men between of whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priest and the judges, which shall be in those days. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness and has testified falsely against his brother, then he shall do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So thou shalt put evil away from among you. And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more evil among you. And thy eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and the people be more than thou be not afraid of them. For the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when you come near unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, you approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. For the Lord your God is he that goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. And the officer shall speak unto the people, saying, What man is there that has built a new house and has not dedicated it? Let him go and return to the house, lest he die in battle and another man dedicate it. And what man is he that plants a vineyard and has not eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in battle and another man eats it. And what man is there that has betrothed a wife and has not taken her? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in a battle and another man takes her. And the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, What man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint, as well as his heart. And it shall be, when the officers have made an end of speaking unto the people, that they shall make captains of the armies to lead the people. When thou come near unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. And it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace and open unto thee, then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. And if it will not make peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then thou shalt besiege it. When the Lord thy God has delivered it into thine hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword. But the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself. And thou shalt eat the spoil of thy enemies, which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee, which are not of the cities of the nations. But of the cities of these people, which the Lord thy God gives thee for an inheritance, shall save alive nothing that breathes. But thou shalt utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, as the Lord thy God commands thee, that they teach you not to do after their abominations, which they have done unto their gods. So should ye sin against the Lord your God. When thou shalt besiege a city a long time, in making war against it to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against it, for thou mayest eat of them, and thou shalt not cut them down. For the tree of the field is man's life, to employ them in the siege. Only the trees which thou knowest that they be not trees for meat, thou shalt destroy and cut them down. And thou shalt build bullocks against the city that makes war with thee until it subdues thee. If one be found slain in the land which the Lord thy God gives thee to possess it, lying in the field, and it be not known who has slain him, then the elders of thy and thy judges shall come forth, and they shall measure unto the cities which are round about him that is slain. And it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man, even the elders of the city, shall take a heifer which has not been wrought with thee, and which has not drawn in yoke. And the elders of that city shall bring down the heifer unto a rough city, which is near eared nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley. And the priests and the sons of the Levi shall come near, for them the Lord thy God has chosen to minister unto him, and to bless him in the name of the Lord, and by their word shall every controversy and every stroke be tried. And all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it. Be merciful, O Lord, unto thy people in Israel, whom thou hast redeemed, and lay not innocent blood unto thy people of Israel's charge, and the blood shall be forgiven them. So shalt thou put away the guilt of innocent blood from among you, when thou shalt do that which is right in the sight of the Lord. When thou goest to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy God has delivered them into thy hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seeing among the captives a beautiful woman, and hast desired unto her that thou wouldst have her for a wife, then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails. And she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. And after that thou shalt go in unto her, and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go where she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. If a man has two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they born him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son of hers be hated, then it shall be, when he makes his sons to inherit that which he has, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he has, for he is the beginning of his strength. The right of the firstborn is his. If a man have a stubborn or rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him, he does not hearken to them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold of him and bring him unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this is our son, he's stubborn and rebellious, he will not obey our voice, he is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So thou shalt put evil from away among you. All the children of Israel shall hear. And if a man has committed a sin worthy of death, and he be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree, his body shall not remain there all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise bury him that day. For he that is hanged is an accursed for God, that thy land be not defiled, which the Lord thy God gives thee for an inheritance. Thou shalt not see thy brother's ox or his sheep go astray, and hide thyself from them. Thou shalt in any case bring them again to thy brother. And if thy brother be not near unto them, or if thou know him not, then thou shalt bring him into thine house, and it shall be with thee until thy brother seek after it, and thou shalt restore it to him again. In the like manner shalt thou do with an ass, and so thou shalt do with raiment, and with all lost things of thy brothers, which he has lost and thou hast found, shalt thou do likewise. Thou mayest not hide it from him. Thou shalt not see thy brother's ass or his ox fall down by the way, and hide thyself from them. Thou shalt surely help him to lift him up again. The woman shall not wear that which pertains unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garments, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. If a bird's nest chance to be before thee in the way in any tree, or on the ground, whether they be of young ones or eggs, and the dam sitting upon the young or upon the eggs, thou shalt not take the dam with the young, but thou shalt in any wise let the dam go, and take the young to thee, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days. When thou buildest a new house, then thou shalt build a battlement for thy roof, that they bring not blood upon thy house if any man fall from there. Thou shalt not sow thy vineyard and diverse seeds, lest the fruit of thy seed which thou hast sown and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled. Thou shalt not plow with an ox and with an ass together. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as a woolen and linen together. Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture wherewith thou hast covered thyself. Okay, guys, I have about 2 minutes, so I'm going to save the laws of sexual conduct for tomorrow. So just remember, we are in Deuteronomy chapter 22, but we will be in verse 13 tomorrow, okay? So again, we are just reiterating the laws of Moses. He is about to pass on, so he's just making sure that the children of Israel are not left ignorant, because remember, their forefathers had pretty much just disobeyed God, and he promised that they would not be the generation that goes into the promised land. So he's just making sure that their children know what to do and how to follow his word. And and so yeah, that's where we are. I thank you so much for joining this reading today. Again, if you do have any questions, be sure to leave them so that we can get them answered for you. We want everyone to have good understanding, and we will meet here again tomorrow at 6:30. Okay. Have a great day. I will see you again. Bye for now.